The acetic belongs to the pharmaceutical industry. It's the chemical process that acetic limited operates convert one compound into three category of medicines. Original costing beta type, beta type folic and tagrica. The the beta type and folic are already converted into the final product at the split of point. The tagrica needs further processing along with the addition of the new compound with it. The market for the beta type and folic is highly active. Thus, hello Peter Parker. The amount spent for the further processing with respect to the tagrica is rupees 31 lakh is rupees 31 lakh. The details regarding the closing inventories are as follows. Beta type you are required to compute the. I'm studying inter CA इंटर कॉस्टिंग का पेपर सॉल्व कर रही हूँ आरटीपी required to compute the joint cost allocated to beta type folic and the tagrica using the net realizable way. Thank you. Thank you, Peter Parker. Production is this selling price per unit is this the clients usually is this then the less additional cost is this what is available with this. Mm-hmm. 54 lakh 90,000 54 lakh 90,000
बिहार के ही लोकसभा से राहुल साहब में यही है सबका टिकट है उनको चले ना तो बात है कि हाँ पूछते हैं पूछो ना आने का नाम करो
Okay, see you voted.
केस दबा हुआ है उनको करना पापा रात में लड़ाई भी कर पाते
Hello, Vidas. Guys, do subscribe.
स्टेटस एज ऑन राउंड 10 में से 32 32 10 में से 32 की कर दो
Yeah, guys, do like, share, and subscribe this channel. Show your support.
लड़का वाला तो एकदम डल ही रहता है एकदम डल रहता है नॉर्मल है लेकिन
Mr. Gauri has a business of selling pens. He has a setup this pen retailing over for 10 years with a good profit volume ratio. Her average cost for the retailing is 11.25 per unit, 11.25 per unit, and if she sells 16,000 units is 11 per unit, and if she sells 12 to 20,000 units for the current month, she also changed 5,000 towards the appreciation and the rental payment due. The excess of the sales revenue over the variable cost is 3.33 per unit. The excess sales revenue over the variable cost, fixed sales minus variable cost, is equals to contribution, which is equals to 3.33. You are required to calculate the break even point, cash break even point in units and the profit volume ratio. Material costing. Any limited uses 6 kg of the material X to produce one finished product of ME. The current demand of the product ME is 16,000 used units quarterly. 1 kg of material XC cost 40,000, so this costs 40,000, so 6 into 40 into 16,000 would be the requirement of this. Okay, the cost relating to the quotations, documentation working, employee cost directly attributable to the procurement of the material. Every time the order is made is 2,000, so this is the ordering cost. The cost of the fund invested in the inventories, cost of the storage, insurance cost, etc. is estimated to be 15% per annum of the average inventory. You are required to the following: calculate the economic order quantity for the XC. Comment: should NT Limited accept an offer of 2.5% discount by the supplier of the material XC if the supply of the annual requirement of the material is made in 4 equal installments? So here economic order quantity is equals to under root of 2a o divided by c, which is equals to under root of 2. Annual requirement would be this 16,000 in 1 quarter, 16 into 4, 64 lakh will be this 64,000 into annual requirement will be order price is 40 upon carrying cost is every time order is made is 2,000. This will be 2,000 and यहाँ पर carrying cost would be 40 into guys. Hello guys, do like, share and subscribe. 40 into 15% is equals to 40 into 15% is IB publishes talks for the various educational institutes for editing, binding, printing of the various books and the magazines on the job. Currently, the company has employed 30 workers and pays them on the hour rate basis for each job assigned to complete one of the process of binding. The average time allowed to an employee is 8 hours for a 10 pages magazine. In the month of the March, two employees C&D were given 21 and 31 units of the magazines respectively for binding work. The following details: work assigned 21 units, 30 units, time taken 78 hours and 114 hours. The existing rate of the wages is rupees 60 hours along with the bonus as per the policy. However, a new wage agreement has been signed between the employer and the company, where the employees will be paid 65 rupees 65 per hour with the effect from the April month, but inadvertently for the month of the March, the accountant of the company paid the wages of these employees considering the wages as 65 per hour. You are required to calculate the following: the amount of the loss that the company has incurred due to the incorrect rate selection in the month of the March. Question number 9. Olympus sells the three products, namely ABC. The following information is available regarding the sales cost and the activity for the year ended on 31st March. Sales is A, B, and C. The cost of the sales is this. The area of the store is square feet is this. The number of the parcels sent is this. The number of the invoices sent is this. The selling and the distribution overheads and the on the following basis is the rent and the assurance square feet depreciation of the parcel salesman salaries and the expenses administrative wages and salaries is variable cost is recommend to discontinue the product since it is sales is less compared to the product you are required to yeah, the profitability statement of each product showing the percentage of the profit loss on the sales of each product sales for each product and examine the recommendation of the finance manager. And so the three product family everything following. Lastly, we manufactures two types of phone covers. One is a plastic phone cover and another is a silicone phone cover. The cost data relating to the manufacturing of both the phone covers for the year ended on 31st March is provided below. Direct material is 1 crore, direct wages is this, and the product overheads is this. Total is this. Other information relating to the production of the phone cover is as follows. The direct material cost per unit silicone phone covers the two was choice cover was choice and the of the plastic cover material. The direct wages per unit of the plastic phone was 60% of those of the silicone phone cover. The production overheads per unit was at the same rate for both the types of the phone covers. The administration overheads being a part of the cost of the production was 50% of the production overhead. The selling cost and the selling price of the silicone phone cover were 8 and 140 per unit respectively. Number of the units of the silicone phone cover was sold was 90,000. Number of the unit of the production of silicone phone cover is 1 lakh and plastic cover is 30,000. You are required to prepare the cost sheet of the silicone phone cover and showing the cost of profit cost and profit cost and profit per unit of the total. Profit blah blah blah. Welcome back, guys. Let's Direct material, direct wages, prime cost, production overheads, not one. Factory cost is this. Then the administration overheads at the rate 50% of the production. Production overheads is this. Administration overheads. Cost of production is 50% of the production overheads. Okay. Cost of production is 72 and this plus the closing stock. Closing stock 100 minus 20,000 is equals to the cost of the goods sold is 90 units, 600 to 648. Selling price, selling cost is direct material, direct wages, prime cost, direct material, direct wages, prime cost. Production overheads is equals to factory cost is equals to factory. Wait a second, guys. Administration overheads, factory cost, administration overheads. accounting system. The following information is extracted as a result of the scrutiny of the figures from both the financial accounts and the cost accounts of the CK Limited for the year ending on 31st March. Net profit per cost account. Net profit as per the cost accounting. The under recovery of the selling overheads in the cost accounts. Under recovery यानी कि इसमें you are required to prepare the statement of the reconciliation showing the profit as per the financial records. So if I am here 5,70,000 and the recovery of selling overheads in the cost accounts. This is not yet received. Under valuation of the closing stock in the cost accounts. That gets provided in the financial accounts. इसमें से माइनस करेंगे इनकम टैक्स प्रोवाइडेड इन द फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट्स इसमें से माइनस करेंगे अंडर रिकवरी ऑफ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ओवरहेड्स इन द कॉस्ट अकाउंट्स अंडर रिकवरी ऑफ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ओवरहेड्स इन द कॉस्ट अकाउंट्स this also minus profit of the financial statement. Then batch costing. Bphonic Limited accepted an order of the supply of 2,000 units per month of product for the third quarter of the year. Each monthly batch order records the actual cost of the material and labor. The overheads are charged at the rate per labor hour. At the rate per labor hour, the selling price is established at the rate 15 per unit. Each monthly batch order records the actual cost of the materials and the labors. The overheads are charged at the rate per labor. At the rate per labor hour, the selling price is established at the rate 15 per unit. The information relating to the material, labor and overhead is provided below. October, November and December batch output number is 25 and 30 and 2. The material cost is 12. Okay, labor cost is this, overheads is this, total labor hours done. Labor is paid at the rate of 2%, 2 per labor at the rate rupees 2 per labor. The labor is paid at the rate rupees 2 per labor. Calculate the cost and the profit per unit of each batch under order along with the overall position of the cost order of the order for 6,000 units. Statement of the cost and the profit per unit of each batch order. The batch output is 25 and the sales value is 15 per unit. The sale value it is written 15 per unit. The sale price is this. Then the cost is material, wages, overheads. Total profit per batch is this. B minus sales is equals to cost per unit is 10. The profit per unit is 5. Okay. JPVP Limited, the manufacturers of the two joint products A and B simultaneously from the same process. The process produces another product C. The process produces another product C, which is recovered incidentally from the material used in the manufactures of A and B. The expenditure incurred up to the point of the separation, that is split up point, is 14,82,000. As the joint products are capable of being measured in the same units, the joint costs are allocated on the basis of the physical units. Through the unit products A and B are saleable at split off point. These can also be further processed and sold at a higher market price with the same sales with the some sales promotion efforts. However, the product C can be sold only after further processing. Now the management is of the view as the net realizable value of the product C at the splitter point is too small, the value may be deducted from the joint production cost. Now the output in kg A, B and C. The selling price at the splitter point per kg is this. The further processing cost per kg is this. Then further marketing cost is this. The selling price per kg. You are required to determine the profit loss of each joint product in these. If these are sold without further processing, whether the joint products be processed further, decide on the basis of the incremental profit loss. What is the product C is produced incidentally from the material used in the manufacture of A and B. Thus, the product C is a byproduct. Selling price after further processing per kg. Guys, now let's just end this session as I have to go for lunch. Chalo, bye bye.